and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head.
On the run, it's Smothers. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come into the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Arch to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that upthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. And we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
They'll run for it, and it's Brown. Stuffed, stopped. No chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. To throw, Manning. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards. And
ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
They'll go back to work on offense. Pulled and finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Now the play fake. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Finds his tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
It's 3rd and 5. Back to throw, it's Mateer. The sweet feet buy a little time. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Catch inside the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the red zone, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. The Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal. Gets it out fast. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to slam in. And he's in. Touchdown. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on first and 10. Arch Madness. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Winston. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And man, last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning because preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So Palmer.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Hand off for Brown. There's some room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Longhorns! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Sategna. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Makes the catch and he's free. What a play all the way inside the 30-yard mark and at the 29. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big.
He'll take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Wideout trying to get it in. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Try to barge their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown! Three tight ends in the formation on first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Could be an alley. Pass to 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas! defense not only serves. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Under fire. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give on the counter. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Gonna take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's Xavier Robinson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense going all in to stop the run. Wide receiver going in motion. And he won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback making adjustments. Manning. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Sooners. This defense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for room, it's Smothers. Takes it the other way. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Longhorns peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Got a man It's Wingo.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Arch is going to throw for it. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Longhorns going to work in the air. It's Manning. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Manning. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it inside the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. That completion was... Looking to throw on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Got room to work. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Mateer. He's got his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets the gift. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Sends it back in motion. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff to Xavier. Fights off a defender.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They're going to... They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smothers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Manning to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Manning from the gun on third down. Got his man downfield. Look out on the right. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Fine. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds the tight end. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sategna. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Throwing Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Winston. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Takes the handoff. It's Smothers. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Arch to throw. Complete left side, Coleman. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it. It's Brown. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yard.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
The DBs will back off a bit. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open, makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. The play action fake. Rush is on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Unloads it left. He's got it. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown! Oh, no! The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. He wants to change this route. To throw, Manning. Finds his man, it's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Release to the back. This time on target. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
How about the creativity by the offense? You split your running back all the way out wide. Why? You like the matchup. Like, he can be a receiver. He can run routes. He stays on the outside part of the field. They like the matchup. They throw it to him. He wins that rep. Nice job by this offense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Third down from the gun, Manning. He tries to take the top off. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll move the tight end. Might be changing the route. Arch Madness. That's caught. It's Winston. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Reads it, fires complete.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
The Sooners will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 1st down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with a win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing. And he does exactly that.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.